at the grocery store and she went to the cashier to buy some groceries. How much do my groceries cost?
I need help. How do I figure out how much her groceries cost? We can help you. You have to use order of operations. This math rule helps you solve equations so that you get the correct answer. Before you learn about order of operations, let's figure out the numbers in our problem and make the equation. Here are the prices. $5 for milk, $3 for the box of cereal, plus 3, 7 apples at $3 each, 7 times 3, and a $1 coupon, minus 1. To put it in a problem, 5 plus 3 plus 7 times 3 minus 1. You put numbers in a problem format by adding different math symbols in between numbers.
What is order of operations? Order of operations is a math rule that tells you the order to solve an equation. Use PINMUS for the order to solve. PINMUS is the exact order of the operations that you use in equations. PINMUS will be explained further in the lesson. Not an equation for math. It is used to solve an equation. The numbers in the equation in order of operations is the way that you solve the problem. If you don't use it, you won't get the right answer. Order of operations is used in math in the real world, like when you're buying something at the grocery. Using order of operations, your equation must have more than one step. What is PINMUS? P equals parentheses, E equals exponents, M equals multiplication, D equals division. You can use these in any order, whatever comes first, left to right. A equals addition, S equals subtraction. You can use these in any order, whatever comes first, left to right. Not all equations have all parts of PINMUS, but these are all the possible operations that you can use. I get it. Now let's solve the problem, even though you are the cashier and are getting paid to do this stuff.
I might as well try to solve the problem, I guess.
How do you solve this equation?
One of these people is using order of operations, and one is not. Can you figure it out?
Lindsay got 28.
And Joseph got 44.
Who do you think got the right answer?
It was Lindsay. She used order of operations, PIMDAS.
Lindsay got the right answer because
she used PIMDAS.
We will now explain what PIMDAS is, for it is how to get the equation right.
Parentheses. Parentheses is the first operation you have to use. Whenever there is something inside parentheses, you always have to do that part of the equation first. If there are two or more sets of parentheses in the equation, it doesn't matter what order you solve them in. When there are parentheses inside parentheses, you always solve from the inside out. Order of operations still matters inside the parentheses, but you always do parentheses first. Parentheses is the first operation you have to use. You add 1 plus 3 first because it is inside the parentheses. After that, you solve the equation using PIMDAS. In this example, you just solve from left to right, because in addition and subtraction, you solve going across when you are reading. When there are parentheses inside parentheses, you always solve from the inside out. You subtract 7 minus 4 first, because it is the inside set of parentheses. After you do the first step, you finish solving the rest in the parentheses. Then you finish the problem. Order of operations still matters inside the parentheses. You still have to use PIMDAS, so you multiply 7 times 3 first, and then you add and subtract left to right. After you solve 7 times 3, you have to add 21 plus 5, and then subtract 26 minus 2. Then you are done with the parentheses, so you finish the problem.
Exponents. Exponents are numbers that tag on to another number on the top right. This is another way to show repeated multiplication, like squaring or cubing a number. The big number is the base, and the small number is the exponent. Exponents. The big number is the base, and the small number is the exponent. The big 4 is the base, the small 4 is the exponent, or how many times you multiply 4 by 4. The way we do this is by multiplying 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Exponents. This is another way to show repeated multiplication, like squaring or cubing a number. Examples. Squaring is a way to use exponents, except it's only multiplying that number 2 times. Cubing is multiplying the number 3 times. With a small 6, you multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times. 2 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 4 times 4 times 2, which equals 16 times 2, which equals 32.
When you see a multiplication or division sign, you solve the problems from left to right, whatever comes first. The multiplication sign is before the division sign so you have to multiply first. But if the division sign was first, then you would have divided first. But in the problem, since the division sign is at the end, you have to divide last. Multiplication and division. When you see a multiplication or division sign, you solve the problems from left to right, whatever comes first. You have to multiply and divide like you normally do. When there is a number next to a number in parentheses with no sign, it always means multiplication, and you solve as if there were a multiplication sign. When there is a number next to a number in parentheses with no sign, it always means multiplication, and you solve as if there were a multiplication sign. The 3 is in the parentheses and the 5 is next to the 3 without a sign. This means that you have to multiply like there was a sign.
Addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction is the last thing you do. When you're solving the problem, you do all the other steps of PINMAS and then you come to addition and subtraction. When you see subtraction and addition signs in the same problem, you solve going left to right. If your problem just has either addition or subtraction, you still solve going left to right. Addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction is the last thing you do. When you're solving the problem, you do all the other steps of PINMAS and then you come to addition and subtraction. You multiply the 7 times 1 first. Once you get that product, you solve the rest of the problem by going left to right, since there will only be addition and subtraction left. When you see subtraction and addition signs in the same problem, or 2 of each, you solve going left to right. If your problem just has either addition or subtraction, you still solve going left to right. Even though there are 3 addition and subtraction signs, you still solve going left to right.
Since you know all about PEMDAS, order of operations will be a breeze. To help you remember what order you do the equation in, think of this phrase.
Oops. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Or parentheses, exponents, multiplication/division, addition/subtraction.
Now let's see if Lindsay and Joseph now understand order of operations. I don't know about you, Joseph, but I totally understand. My math teacher will be impressed that I learned all this at the grocery store.
My math teacher will be impressed too. I learned so much. Why don't we figure out how much your groceries cost? Now we know how to solve the equation. Let's solve it.
Lindsay got $28.
And Joseph got $28.
Yippee, you both got the right answer.
Congratulations.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Me too. I never knew math could be so easy once you learn.
My groceries are $28, so I'll just give you 3 tens, or $30.
How much will your change be?